So, hello everybody. Happy Groundhog's Day. It is February 2nd, 2026. And thank you for coming and making this class possible. Wouldn't be possible without you. And we had a nice discussion about, everyday life, but then also which of your friends has the coolest job? So some people talked about creativity and art, being an artist would be a cool job, or some thought about, having a cool job being an pilot or an attorney. So there's a lot of cool jobs out there. So it's hard to pinpoint sometimes too. But I think it tells you a little bit about yourself, what excites you. You know what I mean? Like if, for me, what came to my mind was the arts, or being a motivational speaker, right? Those type of things, which, obviously I do love those things. And, that is kind of a reflection of me for sure. So, so think about it. Think if you don't have an answer, maybe, um, do that. So this is the card for the challenge of the week. It says, one ticket, please. And on the back, it's the challenge is go to a movie by yourself. The ability to enjoy time alone gives you a powerful sense of independence. So maybe it's a movie, maybe it's a concert, maybe it's, I think, right, an event outside, right? The art shanties. I think that was this weekend. I missed that. But I think that's 10 days, so there's still time. That's in Minneapolis. If you're here in Minneapolis, the art shanties, right? So, um, but do it in a safe, safe place. Right now things are different right now. So maybe it's doing something at home alone too. Challenge yourself in that way as well. I know for me it was a quieter weekend, so that was nice. All right, so I'm excited. I got to put this on the recording because I got the album CD. It's on Bandcamp and it's also on all streaming platforms. And I have the physical CD. So you can have one next time I see you, that just let me know. And it's also going to be at a concert. So excited to have this out. I know a lot of people, there's a lot of great songs that can motivate you. So I know I was thinking, what song do I teach today? Um, so I was thinking maybe a song from the album because that's an easy one to do. Um, Ooh, I wasn't sure which one. I was like, I want to wait till we talk to see which song to pick. But this one is the easiest one, and it was recorded. I think I want to do Geraldine Sorensen Sorensen, her song. That's a hard word, Sorensen song. That's a tongue twister. Um, so her song is pretty simple. It's I release all burdens that weigh me down. And then you do that twice. And then we do I let go, I let go, I let go. So it's really simple and hearing the album will be better probably, but it, here it goes. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. So the second time it has a little different vocal fluctuation. So let's do that a couple times, those parts. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me. Let's do that again. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. Let's do that maybe two more times, that phrase. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. probably not doing that right, but that's good enough. And it says two times, but I feel like we did three in the recording. So I'm just going to go with what feels good in this moment. But the lyrics are the original. Um, so I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. So let's do it a little bit softer now, maybe. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. A little bit louder, maybe this time. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. Let's do that maybe two more times. And if you want to clap, you can. Just see how it feels good. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. One more time. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I release all burdens that weigh me down. I let go, I let go, I let go. And maybe that let go. I let go. I let go, I let go. And like I said, I on the lyrics it said we did two times, but I felt good at three, so just felt natural for me. So it's a beautiful song. I know when we recorded that song, it sang in my head all week. Just like last week, the last song that I taught you guys, Love Like Water, right, flowing like a rock. Oh my gosh, or flowing like a, love like water, flowing, you know how it is. um, Beautiful song by Heather Pearson. And if you guys don't know, this weekend, starting Thursday, Heather Houston is doing her vocal summit, which is like 50 or $60, pretty reasonable. And she's going to have over 60 different song leaders all virtually. And it's for women, but men are welcome, but it's all women song leaders. And they're going to be like all the heavy hitters in the song: Barbara McAfee, Mickey Wheeler, Lindsay Scott, all these very popular ones that I know I've been teaching folks locally in my song group. Just we're not meeting right now because unfortunately we didn't get enough people this winter. Winter is hard in Minnesota. Um, But I'm hoping to do something virtually tomorrow. So same Zoom link, and that would be February 3rd. I'm thinking 8 p.m. so it doesn't interfere with caucuses if people are going. And you can join, and it'll be a creative time, a time to create some creativity. So, um, yeah, let's go into we could do movement, but we did start late. We had an extra fun time chatting. So I am thinking since we're sitting and let's just go into chanting and we'll see if we want to do any movement at the end. So grab a sip of water if you have, and then after chanting, we go into which I love chanting. I think it's so I mean, I'm guilty. This is the only time I do it during the week. So it's a good way, like I'm doing it with you. Because and have a scarf because we're gonna go into lymphatic massage. So grab a scarf or a towel or extra piece of fabric of some sort, where you can just rub it against your back, behind your shoulder. So we're gonna gargle some water while people are grabbing their water. Do that again. The trick is less water. If you take a big sip of water, you can't get much gargling going. Feels kind of good, yeah. And one more, let's do the ka 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 sound. All right, that feels good. That ka 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 in the back. Okay, good. So you don't have to be meditating to do the chanting. You can be driving. It's just a vocal resonance. I feel like but it also is very meditative at the same time. So I like to do the sounds Om for the chest, whatever tone you want, doing that 5 times. And I feel like we could take a few, like a minute, 2 minute break. So make it more meditative. I feel like I always rush through that. So since I'm going to maybe skip the movement this time in the class and let it be like a full resonating. So we're going to wait 2 minutes roughly. I'll let it be a little meditative time. And then we'll do the ing sound, like you can really feel the back of the throat. And then ooh, like your lips, and then the ee, trying to resonate in the upper sinuses, talk nasally and congested, then you're in the right spot. And then going between the E. Some people even talk about, I don't know, let's maybe we could some I remember some teachers, and you can tell me afterwards. I remember some teachers saying like at the top of your forehead, but we'll think about that another time. But let's do that one. So getting nice and comfortable, upright, making sure you have plenty of space for your belly. Best to engage your diaphragm if you can. That it really helps the lymphatic system as well. So taking a nice deep breath. First one, Om. 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 And one more time. Om. And I invite you to just be relaxed. Be still. Feel that bliss, that resonance. And they say to not do it, wait 2 minutes. So I'm going to actually put a timer on and make sure I'm roughly close to 2 minutes so that you can allow the nitric oxide build up in your body. So they say 5 chantings, and it's based off the book called the Nitric Oxide Chanting Technique. There is a link at my website. Just go to touchingworlds.com, go to the resources tab, and under other, I have it underneath there. But maybe I should put one for vocal chanting or something and get it. I have categories of singing it as well. Um, so they say by resting, nitric oxide can kill the bacteria, bad bacteria that's in your body. Um, those sinus critters and stuff like sinus. So if you are sick ever and you have sinus infection, chanting is a great way of healing, just moving stuck energy, right? Mucus. There's so many awesome benefits of that. So allowing the body to settle and relax. And we're going to transition here. It's been 2 minutes almost to the sound. The back of you might feel the back of the tongue kind of lift. So the ing sound. And if you want to use a different sound, you can feel free to do that. And let's begin. Mm. I got a tickle in my ear there. Mm. Mm. 2 more times. Mm. And one more time. Mm. Allowing yourself to feel relaxed, or the vibrations. I know that made my ear, uh, it moves things, right? You might have felt it in your body somewhere. It definitely felt like throat chanting, which if you haven't, you can Google that. I believe it's in Tibet. There's actual throat chanting, but they sound way cooler. But that's like the back of the throat, but they use more the lower throat. Was like, it's really cool how it sounds. So for fun this week, you could watch that, Google that. So I invite you to feel relaxed and soften. Remember to engage your belly. One thought and I didn't have time to share it with you, but when we did the Om, in Tai Chi, we talk about breathing like you have an inner tube around your rib cage, around your kidneys. And you want to slowly let that expand, like have your breathing, like imagine you have an inner tube around you. So I noticed, well, I just kind of played with that idea with the Om, and oh my God, it was like so much more powerful at the end. I don't know if you noticed that, but I was actually playing with that imagery in my mind. I never thought of that when I did the Om. But see if that makes any sense as we do the ooh. It's going to come out the next sound, ooh. But maybe try to fill that inner tube, or that imagine an inner tube, and you're trying to fill it up with your rib cage. That deep breathing, and breathing in slowly helps like that. So let's go on to the next sound because it's been 2 minutes, and we're gonna do the ooh. Ouch, you're more the pucker lip. So let's begin. Ooh. 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 And one more time. Ooh. Letting yourself relax. You can continue the breathing as we kind of pause here in between the 2 minutes. Nice, long, deep belly inhales, thinking about that maybe inner tube expanding around your kidneys, like and expanding the rib cage, like your rib, it's expanding. And played with that imagery, and holy buckets, that was much longer than I usually have been. Um, so play with that yourself. And the next one, next sound will be that E sound. So, but it's that breathing, letting your rib cage, the lower rib cage, and the belly expand sideways out like an inner tube. And see if you can practice that also in your Tai Chi and your Qigong practices. Obviously, we're not going to do that today with time, but maybe we could do one movement, Qigong movement. So feeling that resonance and that imagery. So we're going to go into that next sound, the E. So trying to think sounding country. Country singers are predominantly in the nasal sound. And it's very powerful. Sometimes you can be very loud in that forward resonance sound. Some call it a certain, technique, but it's mainly country. So I invite you to take a nice deep breath. One more time. Allowing your body to adjust, to settle. Feel that bliss, that sound vibrations in your body. For me, it's bliss. If you're watching this, it's probably bliss for you too. So letting your body soften. And I know it might be fun, I'm having you do extra imagery for breathing that we haven't done before, which has been really fun. I'm enjoying that. I wonder if we do like a resonance out your forehead. Not sure if anyone's ever done that before, but just maybe let's do that instead of the overtones, unless you really love overtones. If you love overtones, give me a thumbs up. Like, yes, we should do it. But if you want to imagine like a higher pitch going even higher, resonating out the top of your head or we could play with that as something different for the last ones. And let's like, ooh, I'm just thinking something really high. Ooh, I guess, yeah, we did ooh here, but E, no, we did E, right? We haven't done a right? No, awesome. Let's do it. An and focusing it going out like a cone out our head and see how that feels in our body. So just giving it a few more seconds. So the sound would be focusing in that top of the head or forehead. So let's begin. Ah. Fourth time. You can tell I'm experimenting. Let's do that one more time. Letting the body come to rest, giving yourself a few minutes. Overtone would be funner, but but that was fun too. Fun to play with the right? That really like that really up their airy sound. So letting that resonate in our body where it needed to go and just settling into the body. Wow. I'm just looking at the time. That was almost half an hour chanting, but we got to do the lymphatics massage. So let's do the lymphatic massage. Wow. I could do a whole hour on chanting now. I didn't think I could ever do that, but I think I can. Right? Okay. So definitely that will be fun to just do a dedicated chanting session. Um, because it's fun to chant. I enjoy it too. So grab your scarf if it's not close by, and we're gonna just gentle holding on the bridge. And you could experiment. Sometimes I would hold it here, but you can even hold it up a little higher or a little bit lower, but it's very gentle. So nice 5 deep breaths, filling up the belly with air. And then exhale. And if you want to experiment, you could try push down a little bit. Whatever makes you breathe better. And then here's another experiment, just gently pressing a little bit more inward. And 2 more times. And one more time. Let's think of things that we're grateful for as we're doing this as well. And as we do the next movement, I invite you to continue with that gratefulness. So going down the face, thinking of things that you are grateful for. Maybe it's the most elementary things that you can think of. Maybe it's your tennis shoes. Something that, you don't think of very often that you're really grateful for, like socks, especially in the wintertime, right? Let's do that one more time. And now let's think of something that is a little bit more impactful in your life. So maybe it's electricity, maybe it's hot water. Let's think of the basic things, electricity in the street, right? And one more time. Now I want to go through our hair. I like to take my combing through our hair. So just bringing it up a little bit higher in our thoughts of gratitude. Maybe thinking about the animals that you know. Which ones, you know, maybe it's the birds, maybe it's the red cardinals, the blue jays, the finches of the birds. So let's think of all the birds that we're grateful for, the eagles. Okay. And now we're going to go behind the ear. Let's think of maybe all the neighbors that we're grateful for. Maybe it's neighbors from the past. Maybe it's neighbors that you have currently. I've had so many wonderful neighbors. So thinking of going to the other side, thinking of all the wonderful neighbors maybe you grew up with and just feeling gratitude for them, sending them gratitude, the kindness that neighbors are. All right, now we go around the chest. So we're starting low, going around, leading to the clavicle. And let's think about maybe your passions, your hobbies. So maybe some people love sports. It's kind of obvious that I like music, if you can't tell with my background. Okay, now we'll sweep up. So thinking of maybe specific artists that you are very grateful for. Last night was the Grammys. I missed part of it. I didn't realize it was on. So I have to watch some of the highlights on YouTube. But thinking about all the different musicians that you're happy with. And now let's do the sternum, starting lower, covering up my simple t-shirt underneath. At least looks dressy, but I wear the same outfit now every time. Oh, which is nice. So going up the sternum, starting lower and just going up. All right, now let's go to the other side, thinking of things that we're grateful for. Um, Besides passions and hobbies, maybe it's art, right? Thinking about all the artists or fashion designers or all the people who are in sports that you just love. Thinking and then go up and over the chest or straight across, leading to the clavicle. Maybe think about maybe the pastors or imams or shamans or all the cantors and rabbis, all those people that motivate you, inspirational, and therapists, right? Shout out to therapists, social workers, right? Thinking of all the people who are make a difference in this world. So going up the sternum, and then let's grab that scarf that you have. We're going to go between the shoulder blades, the trapezoids, continuing to think about things that we're grateful for. So going up the shoulder blades. So maybe think about sports. The Winter Olympics are starting soon. That's going to be fun to watch. So 5 upward stroke motions. And now we go to the other side. Um, Looks like there's some really good comedian or hosts that they're going to have for the Olympics. 1, 2, 4, 5. I have a claim to fame. My cousin delivered Lindsey Vonn. So she gave birth, she was the first one to touch Lindsey Vonn. My cousin once removed, they're older. They're not the same age. I'm closer to Lindsey Vonn's age, right? All right. And the last one is going the back of the hands after the thinking again of things that you're grateful for, you know, could be the weather, could be the stars, could be the earth, could be the water, right? All those basic needs that we have. So that was kind of fun. I wanted to throw some gratitude mixed in with that touch because our body, you know, we need to feel that gratitude. Our body feels that. And so it's an idea that just literally came up to me as we were doing this. That I'm like, why don't we mix gratitude in with that touch and think of different aspects, right? Start small and go up, thinking of things of gratitude. So I thought that was fun. So I'm open to feedback. Do you like that or not? And like I said, we're a little bit over and we talked a little bit extra. So this is going to be a shorter recording, but thank you for coming. And I do want to give a shout out again for the album to please look. That's the website. Website still needs to get all the details more. I mean, it has basic info. Um, so check that out. And thank you so much. So I want to end the recording. We'll see you next week.